2 right now. Hey, video 2 right now. Okay, I'm starting to learn. So anyway, psychic warfare is only effective when a person's in their brain. It's a warfare of the brain, and you have duality in the brain and lower frequencies in the brain. Spiritual perceptions in the 4D is in the brain still. Fifth dimensional perceptions are in the heart. And so the Illuminati, when they're doing mind control, and it really should be called brain control, because the mind is the consciousness, and the consciousness can be moved anywhere. The mind of God, when you think of that, does God have a body? Well, yeah, it's all it is. But the mind of God is the consciousness, and that's the same thing with us. And to move out of mind, or move out of the brain, and what we're trying to do here is move out of the brain. You definitely want to stay in your mind, but move out of the brain. You can learn to think from your heart. You can learn to feel from your heart. You can learn to... The brain is a computer that allows the function of everything. It does not have to be the master controller. It should be told what to do, just like me programming this computer. I tell it what to do. And that comes by what I feel I want to do. And the feeling comes from the heart. That comes from the, a different level of perceiving things. Anyway, as I posted the videos, there were several friends of mine. I call them friends. They're pretty much acquaintances on Facebook or various groups. A lot of us never met before. But they got upset with the videos. People invite me to their groups because of my perceptions and the work that I do, and I post in their groups, and a lot of these groups are about exposing the Illuminati, about exposing the chemtrails, or what's going on with financial systems, or Wall Street, or the wars, or the war machine, or the drones, or all the different blah 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 blah, everything. And so these groups are from people recently awakened that are trying to expose it and change the world externally. And I'm talking about shifting it internally, as so many of us who have reached the higher levels of perception, because it is a reflection of what's going on inside that we are seeing externally. Now, as in my past, I felt two different ways this could all go down. And of course, some of us remember Atlantis and Lemuria in previous times, when these same people that are anchoring the dark right now, and you have to understand that that's their job and their mission, to anchor the dark so we can experience reality. You've got to have the opposite side for polarity, and these guys are some of the lightest people, but they have went down the darkest paths. It's just like Lucifer. Now, here's another thing that's going to piss people off, so you get a new pair of shorts in case you got to change them. Lucifer, he volunteered to anchor the dark, the dark. He was God's right-hand angel, the lightest of the light, even lighter than Michael, and it took the lightest of the light to anchor the dark so we could experience the opposite polarity in these lower dimensions. A lot of people think Lucifer's evil. Well, some of the things that's going down could be perceived as evil, but on a higher level, when you understand, we're here to experience the duality, it has to be done. And that's what's kind of going down right now in the end times, is the polarities are getting farther and farther and farther apart. A little bit out of balance. Now, those of us that are perceiving the unity grid and have activated, realize that we are light and we are dark. We've been both, and that's part of what we've been through Earth School incarnation's about for so long, is to experience all there is, to experience our separation from source so we could become good creators and good conscious creators. You can't do that without having lived through it yourself, and that's what Earth School's all about. And so the dark side is really just our other parts of us having different experiences, anchoring the dark side so we can experience the light side. They'll come back sooner or later. Everybody comes back to source. It's not if, and, or but. It's a fact. The levels of all this is kind of like, if you perceive it by dimensions, it's like nacre on a pearl. It's another dimensional level. And from the outside, you can see all the way to the inside. But from the inside, you can see only to that next level of perception. And a lot of times, it's hard to make those breaks through to those next levels of perception. And we're all here. What we're doing is we're experiencing duality. We're experiencing negativity. See, in the higher dimensional universe, this universe is a universe of light. It's not a universe of dark. We have been confined to Earth School to keep this negativity from going out through the universe. I know that sounds strange, but that's kind of what's going on here. We're here. The reason why. Okay. Well, God, in order to know himself, and this is the legend, replicated the Eternals that were just carbon copies of that original consciousness. And that was sent out through all the universes and dimensions to explore and learn who themselves are. And it's all the one, but it decided to split into fragments to have the experiences to find out what it's all about. And then the Eternals, they broke themselves down, fragmented into the archangels, and the archangels fragmented into the angels, and the angels fragmented into the monads, and then the monads into the souls, and the souls into the monads into the soul groups, and the soul groups into the souls, or something like that. And then you split off in your twins, and you're just getting smaller and smaller and smaller. It's just kind of like, okay, source making the Eternals, and the Eternals make archangels, and the archangels make the monads, and the monads make the souls, and the souls split off into the twins, and you're one of your twins. Your twin is your other polar opposite that was sent to the lower dimensional worlds as the soul split off so that we could have the experiences that we have. The soul groups are the karmic brethren that we play with lifetime after lifetime to have all the experiences through karma of both light and dark, good and bad. And we play with each other so we can have all these experiences. And then the twin is your polar opposite. And your twin can be your total reflection, just like you, or be your polar opposite. Total polar opposite. A lot of twins are getting back together and going through the ascension process together as a reflection of themselves. And some of us, we meet our twin and they activate us, like mine did, and kind of show us the door and kick us out. And then we go through our experiences. Now that's not a bad thing, but sometimes our twin is here to experience other things than we are here to experience. But they activate us and only as only a twin could do. Well, anyway, we're all here in the Earth School experience, and what just happened yesterday as we stepped up in frequencies, a lot of people that are still playing on the fourth dimensional level, just awakening and still playing out of ego and follow me, I know the way, those guys, or book writers and saying, oh, I'm here to save the world with my books. A lot of these guys got pretty upset at me, and they're saying that my information does not pertain to the world that they're living in and perceiving, just like chemtrails. Well, actually, yeah, what I was teaching about thought matter manifestation and how the illusion works, it pertains to every single thing that everybody on the planet is doing. It just depends on your level of perception. And people who do not realize that yet are not at the level of perception. They're still playing on the fourth dimensional level, thinking that they can solve the world's problems by doing something on the outside of themselves and not on the inside of themselves. It's just like, you know, we need to take back the government. Let's get our guns and go to Washington. Well, it's not going to happen. We can all know about chemtrails, and by our knowing about it, it'll stop it. Well, is the Illuminati going to stop just because you want them to stop? I don't think so. Now, yes, yesterday we did have the focuses on it about World Liberation Day, and we'll see how that manifests. Part of liberation is the exposure that many of you people are doing. I had been doing for so long. But at this point, it's time to go to the next level, and it's time to realize that our thoughts do create our reality, and our perceptions and level of dimensional awareness helps us to see the big picture and how to consciously manifest that which we desire. Chemtrails, as far as thought projection and those level of awareness, when I was in martial arts with many of my friends, and as a teenager, younger teenager, one of our yoga instructors, and I studied very Oriental martial arts, so you had yoga along with that. Our instructor had taught us to split clouds with our consciousness. We used to be outside doing our martial arts at the park, and we found that our thoughts projected, we could actually see the clouds either manifest, split, break up, or create, depending on what it was we were projecting. And that is projection of the energy. That's your life force, your ki, your prana. That energy that is within your field, your light body. And with all the chemtrails that's going on, personally, I think they're absolutely beautiful. They're spraying here again today in the Scottsdale, Phoenix, Tempe area. It's beautiful, and that's the perspective I see it from. But fourth dimensional perspective, and I know it's not going to affect me. Yes, I know there's aluminum oxide in there that people are breathing as they fall. Yes, I know it's doing damage to the plants. Yes, I know it's barium and strontium and other nuclear waste that they're spraying, and I've known this stuff for a long time. But it does not affect me. Why? Because I realize the game. It doesn't have to affect me. And so when I do these videos on thought matter manifestation, and I post them in like chemtrail websites or intuitive healing sites on Facebook, sites on Facebook, groups on Facebook, and people get upset saying it has nothing to do with the subject matter that they're on. Yes, it does. It has everything to do with the subject matter you're on. Now we're getting ready to go to another video, number 3, coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, One.